to our Minaal 3.0 carry-on review. I have a very special relationship with this backpack. And the 3.0 is advertised as a heavy upgrade to the 2.0. But at the end of the day, this is a minimalist travel pack. So is it worth the $350 Minaal's charging for it? That's exactly what you're gonna find out by the end of this review. Let's jump into it. Okay, let's start off this review by talking about the gist of the Minaal Carry On 3.0. Now you might be asking yourself, Aaron, why do you have such an emotional connection to this bag? I'll tell you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a proud owner of the Minaal Carry On 2.0, 2.0, 3.0. And I had this bag before I was even reviewing bags. And I took the 2.0 on a trip with me. The best trip I ever had in my life, 3 weeks motorbiking around the entire country of Vietnam. It was an epic experience, to say the least. I look back so fondly on those memories, just the freedom of riding the bikes through the Vietnamese northern mountains. And so because of that amazing experience, I just love this backpack. Because at the end of the day, that trip that I took to Vietnam was an adventure trip, but I was also working. I was digital nomad / adventuring. And that's kind of like the target audience for a backpack like this. The reason being, it's made with very durable, weather-resistant materials. And for you digital nomads out there, it's got like a tech compartment that is tough to rival, to be honest. There's a lot of innovation going on here. It's 35 liters, which is way too freaking big for everyday carry. This is a light travel backpack. It's a very minimalist and chic design, clamshell style full opening. And it's a backpack that can also transform into a duffel / briefcase / messenger if you have the shoulder strap, which I don't have, and I have some thoughts on all that stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit further in the review. The Minaal Carry On 3.0 comes in two colors. You got gray and black. And like I said, the price comes in at around $350 USD, which is a bit controversial given a few features that Minaal purposefully leaves out in this bag. Yet again, something else that I'll talk about a bit later in the review. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Minaal Carry On 3.0. Minaal is a company renowned for their minimalism. I assume Minaal and minimalism, there's probably some relationship there. And you can see this really extends like the whole front of this bag. We've got two pockets on top. Really, aside from that, it's just kind of nothing, right? And that's really going to speak to a lot of you. Like, it will speak to me as well. I don't like a lot of on the front of my bag. It's sleek, which gives you a more streamlined travel experience. And there's no loud branding or anything. Overall, I think it looks pretty clean. Except for one thing. Now, this is Minaal's new material. It's 600D Picton fabric, which is made from recycled yarn. It's super tough, super durable, but you do get some of that wrinkliness going on. Now, note with the Minaal 2.0, when I got this in the mail, it was also a little wrinkly looking. But as you can see, those wrinkles buffed out over time. I assume the same will happen with this, but it is kind of a bit annoying. It's like, I'm spending $350. I kind of want this backpack coming in hot out of the gate. But it's got the wrinkles. Your boy hates wrinkles. Let's hope they go away in due time. But one other note about this material is the way that it attracts lint and hair and dirt and everything. The 2.0 is a god hair magnet. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So, Minaal probably got a lot of feedback about this, and they have claimed that the 3.0 attracts significantly less hair than the material they use on the 2.0. But there's only one way to know for sure. Tav, fetch the cat. Hello, cat. Thank you for your contribution to our YouTube channel. Wow, that's a lot of hair. Holy crap. That's a lot of cat hair.
But cat, turn around, dude. Look stars for the audience.
Say hi, cat. What's this cat's name, Tav? Kizu? Thank you, Kizu.
Bye.
See you next time. So as you can see, the cat shed like crazy, and we have hair all over the Minaal 2.0. This is the 2.0, this is the 3.0. Let's do a blow test, not what it sounds like, and see if the hair stays. Now let's see with the new one, same blowing velocity. Done. The 3.0 absolutely wins. Any material is going to attract hair and dirt, but the fact that Minaal was able to use a similar material to this, which keeps their branding consistent and keeps the backpack durable and weather resistant, but improving just like it's less sticky now. And I'm really excited about this. Good work, Minaal. Okay, let's talk about these two pockets. On the top, we have Minaal's crafty branding. Big fan of this little foxy logo. And then two pockets, both zippers. Should be noted, none of the exterior zippers on this backpack have PU coating. It means they're not water resistant or weather resistant zippers. But Minaal's got you covered in a different way. I'll show you in just a minute how. Talking about this pocket though, dark pocket. We got a little mesh pocket inside this pocket with a keyring solution. This keyring, pretty basic, gets the job done. Go ahead and zip up, keep your keys nice and safe. And then I'd throw something like my sunglasses in here or maybe my cell phone. And then on the top, we have another pocket. This one's a bit bigger, a bit deeper. This one runs to about yay deep. And no additional organization in this pocket. It's just a big old pocket. Okay, next up, let's chat about the middle of the Minaal Carry On 3.0. Notice on either side, we have compression straps. Love that the straps have a metallic buckle. Gives it a really nice look. It's got a nice shine to it. And just interacting with metallic hardware, just super satisfying to the touch, almost as satisfying as it is to just give a little touch to that like button. It also adds a little extra style, I guess, to the outside of the bag, but if you wanna just compress it a little bit, you're going on that train, you know, you wanna put it overhead, you just wanna tighten it up, make sure it's nice and secure. That's what compression straps are for, but you do get a little extra dangle with those compression straps. On the other side, we have the side handle. Notice the side handle is only on one side. Same thing with the water bottle holder, only one water bottle holder. I like the handle, comfy, got a nice little grip to it. When I was in Vietnam, I did find myself not carrying it in brief mode all the time, but it's just nice to have for when you want to grab the bag real quick and move, especially when you have the shoulder straps stowed away. Now, the water bottle holder isn't my favorite water bottle holder in the world, but it's definitely an upgrade. The Minaal 2.0 water bottle was this little flap thing, and it really sucked. It did not secure your water bottle. There was no expansion. It just was not a good experience, especially at the price point. This one's definitely an upgrade because at least it stays flush, but it expands a little bit more as well. But it's a tight fit. 18-ounce hydro flask, no problemo. 1 liter Nalgene. Problema. It's not happening. But cool thing is on the 2.0 and the 3.0, Minaal's got this little elastic guy right here that you can use to secure your water bottle. And then, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool situation. It works. Upgrade. Okay, let's get inside. Main compartment. Got these 2 chunky YKK zips right there. They are lockable zips, okay? So if you want to keep your stuff extra safe and secure, you can throw a lock in there, lock it shut, no one's getting in there. I do like Minaal's zipper pulls. I don't think they're pretty stylish, but I like them for their functionality. They're longer, which makes them just kind of easier to grab. And this little plastic pull tab right here has a nice little texture right there, which gives you a little grip. It makes opening the bag that much easier. Not that it's hard, these are really smooth zips because they're not PU coated. Oh, before we get inside, let's talk about that. Hold on. Main compartment, your time will come. On the bottom, see, I'm not used to reviewing the bottom of the bag because there's never anything on the bottom of the bag. But the Minaal Carry On 3.0 has something on the bottom. They give you a rain fly jacket. Granted, I think I would still prefer waterproof zips. When I was in Vietnam, I got caught in a /thunder/rainstorm. It was freezing cold. We could barely find any shelter, and this thing came in. It was so handy. So it's kind of like an insurance policy. It's not one of those things that you'll really ever need, but when you do need it, you'll be so freaking thankful you have it. But let's say you're like, you know, Aaron, I don't want an insurance policy. I like to live life on the edge. Is it detachable? Yes, it is. All right, back to the main compartment. Clamshell style opening. Love me a clamshell style opening backpack, especially this size. Reason being, it just makes it a more efficient packing experience, and it's easier to find and grab your stuff when you need it. On this side, nothing to talk about. Moving on. On this side, 2 compartments. You got this zippered mesh pocket right here. Definitely a little bit of room in there. Surprising expansion, actually. It looks tight, but it really has got some depth to it. And then below it, we have this pocket, non-mesh, still zipper opening, YKK, absolutely. Nice little expansion there as well. Yet again, just a little bit of organization inside the bag because it's a pretty minimalist interior experience. One point of criticism is that I do wish that Minaal maybe implemented a lighter color material for the interior of this backpack. A lighter color material helps create a highlight effect, which makes it easier to find your stuff. That would have been nice. Let's talk about the back of the pack. First up, tech compartment. Another huge improvement on the Minaal 3.0 versus the 2.0 was the 2.0 was like a 3/4 opening. The tech compartment was like that, and the zipper stopped right here. Can you say annoying? So Minaal listened to the feedback, and we got a clamshell style opening tech compartment, and thanks sweet baby Jesus for that. On this side, we have like a document sleeve. If you got papers. You can also throw some tech gear in there, like maybe your Bluetooth keyboard if it's small enough, mouse pad. Get weird with it, man. Inside this pocket, there is a smaller pocket. And again, smaller notebook, business cards. Overall, nice organization, nice to have in a very just unique situation. No other backpacks really have this. And then up here we have a small little pocket. It's a teeny guy. It's only that. which makes me think it's good spot for me pens, whether it's a ballpoint pen, whether it's a vape pen, whatever pen you're penning these days, this is where you keep it. Let's talk about the actual laptop compartment and tablet compartment. Yet again, a lot of innovation going on here. This whole system is unique to Minaal, and I'm a big fan of it. Reason being, the materials are well padded, have a little bit of elasticity, and just feel nice to the touch. It's just somewhere where you feel like your laptop and tablet will be safe. And it's further secured by these Velcros right here, and I love it because you have access now from the top or the side. So if your bag is closed, right, you just want to grab your laptop from the top, you don't want to undo the whole thing, unzip there, grab, good to go. It's very functional, it's very fun without ever sacrificing the security of your devices. Well, this is new. I had a little expansion here for this. So this is nice because I don't have a tablet, I'm not a tablet guy, so I'll put the laptop here and maybe I want to carry something thicker here like an actual book. This used to be a lot tighter, so you would only be able to fit a tablet there. But now you got a little bit of expansion so you can fit girthier items in there. Should be noted, it fits up to a 16-inch laptop and an 11-inch tablet. And if you got one of those beefy, big-ass laptops, you want to throw it in here, you can use this like little notches. You could undo the Velcro, put it in there just to give it a little bit more space for your laptop to actually fit. Overall, from me, this laptop tech compartment is a 10 out of 10. I just love what's going on. Love what Minaal did. Bravo. But on the back side, I'm gonna have a little bit more criticism. Top handle, pretty good. Decent padding. I didn't really find myself using this handle too much. Like, you're not really gonna carry your bag with this, but it was just a nice little access point to have, move your bag around. Minaal puts a lot of time and effort and resources into the comfort of their packs. And you can really tell it with these load lifters because not a lot of bags this size have load lifters. But these are just really well designed, and I love what they did with the magnets. So like, dude, if you don't wanna be lifting your load, you don't have to. But if you wanna be loading that lift, just go ahead and pop these into place. The fit locks are super simple to do. Nice. Down here we have some external lash points, good spots, maybe attach a carabiner and you can carry things externally on your shoulder straps. Not something that I do personally, but if you're into that, you can do that. Now let's talk about the sternum strap. Some good things and some bad things about the sternum strap. The good thing is that they gave you a little connector right here. When you're not using the sternum strap, it's not like flopping all over the place. You just go, hey, sternum strap, go home, take a nap. You've earned it. It's just kind of fun to use, and I found myself just kind of playing with it when I was traveling. You know, it's up there, and I'm just doing like one of these. I like little things that I can fiddle with, and this just kind of gives you something to play with. And also, if you really feel like playing, you can play a tune. Yet again, similar to the Rainfly. It's not something you're gonna use really, but maybe something bad happens and you're in a situation where you need to get someone's attention. Having that whistle is nice to have, and if you don't ever need it, you will never notice it that it's even there. But on the flip side, there's some things that irk me about this sternum strap. Let's talk about them. Irk me thing number one. So there's no dangle stopper, right? There's no nylon webbing holder. So let's say, let me show you. I know you're like, whoa, Aaron, he's so jacked. He must have a huge chest, but in reality, I'm a small little dwarf. And I gotta really tighten my sternum strap to really get like the full experience. And if you don't know, sternum straps are very important when it comes to redistributing the weight. Less weight on your back, more weight on the torso. Hashtag healthy back. But then again, for my little dwarf chest, like I gotta do it so tight and this thing's just flying all over the place. I just wish there was a little thing that I could throw it into place and keep this nice and tidy. Tidy travel is important to me, especially when I'm spending $350 dollars. Also, thing that irks me number two, the sternum strap is not removable. For a backpack that's 35 liters, I'm always using the sternum strap, like 90% of the time. So I don't need to remove it, but I just wish that you have the ability to just take this off and slide it off, and you just slide it back on. And yet again, at this price point, I feel like little things like that should be included. Loaded further south, we have the shoulder straps, and oh, thanks Minaal, you gave me a dangle stopper here, even though you didn't give me one here. Cheeky bastards. Now flipping over to the positive side again though, a new upgrade that I'm a big fan of is Minaal added this little guy right here. It's like a hidden passport wallet stash pocket. Definitely ideal for a passport. Now let's talk about the back panel before we go into shoulder strap stowaway mode. The back panel is EVA molded, right? It's like 3-dimensional, which means that you're gonna get a lot of ventilation. Air will help cut through there, keep your back nice and cool on hot summer days. And I don't think it's like super comfortable and cushiony, so I think that the ventilation point's pretty strong. The comfort points, good. And one last point about the back panel is, see these two loops right here? They're looking a little lonely right now, aren't they? That's because they are, because they connect to waist pads, yet the waist pads with the Minaal Carry On 3.0 are not included. $350, 35-liter backpack. All the competitors include the waist pads like most of them do, but Minaal doesn't. And they cost $38 US, so they're not cheap, something to be aware of. Let's stow away those straps. One of the easiest and better stowaway systems I've ever encountered. You just unflap the flap, zip these down, and dude, I literally just went from backpack mode to non-backpack mode in what, 7 seconds? Love that. So the cool thing is you can carry it in briefcase mode. Like I said, I did end up using it in Vietnam when I was using this bag. But what I use it the most for was, you see right here, we have 2 more loops, loop 1 and loop 2, and those connect to the shoulder strap. Shoulder strap not included, it's about $50 US to add it on. I think it's worth it, but yet again, something to be aware of. All right, let's talk about the cons and then we'll go to the pros. Con number 1, it's really expensive. Con number 2, even though you're paying top dollar, you're not getting certain features, such as the waist pads and the shoulder strap. And con number 3 is a sternum strap. It's a little too dangly and non-removable. But let's talk about some of the pros. Pro number 1, incredible craftsmanship. There's not a loose thread on this guy. Pro number 2, improved materials, especially when it comes to like it being a hair and dirt magnet. And pro number 3 is it's a very versatile carrying experience. So if you're thinking to yourself, dude, those pros, I love this bag, the cons, I'm getting it. We do ask that if you make a purchase, you use the first link in the description, just that one right down there. That link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. Thank you very much. But you're not sold. I get that too. You want different options? I got your back. Alternative recommendation number 1 is the Tortuga set out. This is my recommendation for you if you like a minimalist travel backpack, but this is just way out of your price range. If so, I completely get it. The Tortuga set out runs about 180 USD. It's a baller backpack. To learn more about it, check the description below, and you can find a link to our full review. Alternative recommendation number 2 is going to be the Aer Travel Pack 2. And this is for you if you're thinking to yourself, I like what's going on here with the craftsmanship and all that stuff, but I just want more pockets, more features, more things to organize things in. That's what the Aer Travel Pack 2 is. Lots more pockets. It's an iconic travel backpack. Comes in at a bit cheaper of a price. To watch our full review on the Aer Travel Pack 2, take a look at the description below and you'll find it there. And alternative backpack number 3 is going to be the Nomatic Travel Pack. This is for you if like the Minaal, you were hoping for like a digital nomad backpack and it's just not quite businessy enough for you. Maybe you don't need the adventure side of the bag. That's what Nomatic does best. Digital nomad travel, but a little bit more on the business side as opposed to the adventure side. To learn more about the Nomatic Travel Pack, take a look in the description below to watch our full review. Thank you so much for watching our Minaal Carry On 3.0 review. If you found this review useful, the best way to support the channel is to just hit the like button. It's a small gesture, but it goes a long way. Also, let us know in the comments below. Is the Minaal Carry On 3.0 worth the price? Should the hip strap and shoulder strap be included at this price point? Or do you think it's reasonable given the craftsmanship and the perfect balance of minimalism and features that you're getting? Let us know below. Your comments make this channel and just kind of the internet as a whole a more educated place. Thank you so much and we'll see you next time. Welcome to our Minaal. That was a bad throw. Cat hair. Though I left my heart, it has to die. Should have been a singer.